You ever hear about a fruit so powerful it could help shrink your prostate naturally? And no, this isn't some exotic, hard-to-find miracle food. In fact, you might have walked right past it in the grocery store without realizing what it could do for your body. Especially if you're a man over 60, you need to hear this. Because what if one simple fruit could not only support a healthier prostate, but also improve your sleep, ease your bathroom trips, and even boost your confidence in ways you probably haven't felt in years? What if this fruit was backed by science, recognized by urologists, and sitting on your kitchen counter right now? Let's talk about it. But first, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we break down health mysteries like this every week, so you stay in control of your body, your mind, and your future. All right, now, how does a piece of fruit even begin to affect something like the prostate? That small gland hidden deep in your body, which you probably didn't think much about until it started making your nights restless, your bathroom visits frustrating, and your days uncomfortable. It's not exactly dinner table conversation, right? But you're not alone. Over 50% of men over 60 have an enlarged prostate, also known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH for short. It's one of those things that creeps up slowly. At first, you just notice you're waking up once at night. Then it becomes 2 or 3 times. Then suddenly you can't finish urinating. You feel like you always need to go, and sometimes, well, you just can't. But what if I told you there's strong scientific evidence that a specific fruit can help reverse that? That it works because of how it targets inflammation, a silent, slow-burning process behind most prostate enlargement cases. This fruit doesn't just treat symptoms, it goes deeper, reducing the root problem in a natural, body-friendly way. And here's the real kicker. It's not a pharmaceutical. It's not going to mess with your hormones or bring side effects like dizziness, fatigue, or sexual dysfunction. It's a natural anti-inflammatory, antioxidant powerhouse. So now the question is, what is it? Before I reveal it, think about this. How would it feel to sleep through the night again without interruption? How would it feel to stand at the urinal and finally feel finished? No dribble, no hesitation, just relief. For many men, that's not just physical, it's emotional. It's a return to control, to confidence, to peace. All right, the fruit? It's pomegranate. Now wait, don't brush that off just yet. I know it might sound simple, but sometimes the most powerful health solutions are hiding in plain sight, and science backs this up. Studies published in peer-reviewed journals have shown that pomegranate juice significantly reduces prostate-specific antigen, or PSA, levels in men with prostate issues. And that's a big deal, because PSA is a key marker of inflammation and enlargement. One of those studies, conducted by the Department of Urology at UCLA, followed men who drank just 8 ounces of pomegranate juice daily. Over time, they found a marked slowing in PSA doubling time. That means their prostate conditions weren't just being soothed, they were stabilizing. For some men, it even reversed progression. But here's the part that's really interesting. It's not just about the juice, the seeds, the peel, even the bitter white membrane. Each part of the fruit contains compounds that work synergistically. We're talking ellagic acid, punicalagins, anthocyanins, all big words for natural chemicals that pack a serious anti-inflammatory punch. These antioxidants target the oxidative stress inside your prostate, and if you've never heard of oxidative stress, think of it like rust forming in the body. Over time, inflammation builds up. It slows circulation, damages tissue, disrupts hormone balance. That's when the prostate starts swelling, pressing against the bladder and urethra, making life miserable. But pomegranate, it interrupts that chain reaction. It's like sending in firefighters to cool things down before the whole system catches fire. Now you might be wondering, how much should I eat? Is juice better than whole fruit? Can I overdo it? Great questions, and we're gonna tackle them one by one. But before that, think about this. When was the last time you gave your prostate any attention? It's not your fault. Men are taught to power through, to ignore discomfort. But ignoring it won't make it go away. Taking action will. So back to dosage. Experts recommend starting with half a pomegranate daily, or about 6 to 8 ounces of 100% pomegranate juice. But make sure it's pure. No sugar, no blends, no concentrates. We're going for the real stuff, fresh if possible, organic if you can. Because your body deserves clean fuel, not hidden additives. Here's a trick I share with friends. Try freezing the seeds and blending them into smoothies. You get fiber, juice, and all the antioxidants in one hit. And trust me, your taste buds and your prostate will thank you. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Why are we even seeing such high rates of prostate enlargement today? Is it just aging? Genetics? Actually, there's more to it. Diet plays a massive role. The modern Western diet is loaded with inflammatory triggers: processed meats, refined oils, sugar, and dairy, all of which irritate your prostate. Add stress, lack of exercise, and low hydration, and boom, you've got the perfect storm. That's why pomegranate is such a standout. It's a counterbalance, a natural antidote to a toxic lifestyle. It doesn't just help your prostate. It supports your heart. It supports your blood flow. It's been linked to better testosterone levels, improved memory, and even stronger erections. That's right, because when your prostate's happy, your circulation improves. And when blood flows better, well, so do other things. It's not magic, it's biology, and it works if you work it. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever had your PSA levels checked? If not, that's your first step. Knowing your numbers puts you in control. If they're elevated, adding pomegranate to your daily routine could be one of the simplest, safest ways to push those numbers in the right direction. And no, you don't have to go vegan, do juice cleanses, or take expensive supplements. Just start with one fruit, one small, consistent change. Give it 30 days and see what happens. Keep a journal, track your nighttime bathroom visits, monitor your flow, notice your energy. You might be surprised how much can shift with something so simple. And let's not forget, pomegranate's benefits aren't just internal. It protects the lining of your blood vessels, reduces plaque buildup, and even supports brain health. There's a reason it's called a superfruit. The ancient Egyptians believed it symbolized life and fertility. Turns out they were onto something. So if you've been waking up tired, feeling the pressure of an aging prostate, or just want to take proactive control of your health, this is your sign. One fruit, one change, one new chapter. Still with me? That means you're serious about your health, and I respect that. But we're just getting warmed up. It's always like this. At first it seems silly, a little pain, a change in your tests, insomnia that comes and goes. But suddenly it becomes routine, and when you finally seek help, it's already harder. But what if you could act before it gets to that point? A natural, effective, and safe solution is within your reach, and it has already helped thousands of people who were in your shoes. The difference? They decided to act. Do the same now. See the pinned comment before this opportunity disappears. Awesome. Let's dive right back in and pick up where we left off with momentum, purpose, and real science-backed hope for your prostate health. Let's be real for a second. When you're dealing with prostate issues, it doesn't just affect your body, it affects your life, your sleep, your mood, your relationships. For a lot of men, the most frustrating part isn't even the physical symptoms, it's the feeling of losing control, that quiet worry creeping in. Is this just how things are now? But it doesn't have to be. And pomegranate isn't the only player in the game here. It's just the one nobody's talking about enough. So why are we shining such a bright light on it? Because it's accessible, because it works, and because it's not just about shrinking the prostate, it's about reducing inflammation across your whole body. Let me explain something powerful. Inflammation is like a spark. It's small at first, but it spreads. It leads to joint pain, high blood pressure, fatigue, weight gain, even cognitive decline. And where does it show up early in men? The prostate. That's often one of the first alarms your body sounds, and most guys miss it. But here's the thing. When you start targeting inflammation, really addressing it, something amazing happens. You don't just fix one problem. You start noticing changes all over. You start sleeping better. Your digestion improves. Your energy goes up. And yes, you even start feeling that youthful vitality again. And guess what? Pomegranate has compounds proven to fight inflammation in multiple systems at once. One of those compounds, punicolagon, has been shown to inhibit enzymes that cause joint degradation. Another, ellagic acid, helps protect against DNA damage caused by oxidative stress. These aren't fringe ideas. These are findings from respected journals like Clinical Nutrition and the Journal of Urology. And maybe the best part? These benefits aren't tied to massive consumption. You don't have to gorge yourself or drink a gallon a day. You just need consistency. Think of pomegranate as your daily tune-up, helping your body keep inflammation at bay before it becomes a breakdown. Now I want to ask you something and be honest with yourself. When was the last time you built a habit just for your prostate? We have routines for brushing our teeth, teeth, washing our face, drinking coffee, but nothing for the organ responsible for regulating the flow of one of the most basic functions of life, urination. The prostate is small, sure, but when it's enlarged, it presses against the urethra, creating all kinds of problems: weak stream, interrupted flow, that annoying feeling like you didn't empty fully, and it can slowly grow worse if nothing is done. But studies are showing that antioxidant-rich foods, especially pomegranate, can actually slow that growth, even reverse it in some cases. Let that sink in. Reverse it. Now let's talk about implementation. How do you make this work in real life? First, pick your method. If you enjoy juice, make sure it's 100% pomegranate, no added sugar. Look for cold pressed. Drink 6 to 8 ounces daily, ideally in the morning. If you prefer the whole fruit, half a pomegranate per day is a solid start. Sprinkle the seeds on Greek yogurt in oatmeal, or eat them straight. If that feels like too much prep, consider a high-quality pomegranate extract, but always consult your doctor before adding supplements, especially if you're on medication. And here's a pro tip. Combine pomegranate with other anti-inflammatory foods like tomatoes, rich in lycopene, or cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and kale. These create a synergistic effect, meaning they work even better together. Think of it like an internal team-up for your health. But let's not stop at food. Let's talk about another root cause behind prostate enlargement that most people ignore: stress. Chronic stress increases cortisol levels, and over time, that creates a hormonal environment that feeds inflammation. Elevated cortisol can also suppress testosterone, and while testosterone doesn't cause BPH, imbalances in hormones definitely contribute to it. The result? A vicious cycle of inflammation, tension, and enlargement. So here's something simple but powerful you can do. Spend 5 minutes a day in deep breathing. Just 5. In through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Out through your mouth for 6. Do that every morning after drinking your pomegranate juice, and you've just created a 5-minute routine that supports your prostate, your stress response, and your circulation, all at once. Now let's take it even deeper. Did you know that what you drink affects your prostate just as much as what you eat? Excess caffeine and alcohol can irritate the bladder and prostate, worsening urinary symptoms. On the flip side, drinking more clean, filtered water helps flush the urinary system and reduce discomfort. Try sipping herbal teas like nettle or green tea, which also have anti-inflammatory properties. You don't need a massive overhaul, just smart swaps. Pomegranate juice instead of soda. Water instead of another coffee, a deep breath instead of another stress spiral. These things add up, and the result? Less pressure, more flow, better sleep, and a quiet confidence that returns to your step. Still think one fruit can't change your life? Now I know some of you are thinking, all right, sounds great, but will this really work for me? And I get it. After a certain age, it's easy to feel like the body's slowing down and there's no reversing it. But let me remind you of something. Your body is designed to heal. Your cells are constantly regenerating. Your inflammation levels shift daily, hourly, based on what you eat, how you move, how you sleep, and what you think. So yes, if you give your body the tools, it will respond. And if you need proof, just look at the clinical studies where men lowered their PSA levels, improved their urine flow, and reduced their nighttime awakenings, all within weeks of adding pomegranate to their diet. It's not hype, it's science. And what's more powerful than the science is the action, because knowledge alone isn't enough. You've got to start. And starting with something as simple and delicious as a pomegranate, that's a gift. A daily ritual, a red, juicy reminder that you're choosing better, that you're not just reacting to your health, you're taking ownership of it. So, if you're a man over 60, or if you love someone who is, this is your moment. Don't wait until the symptoms get worse. Don't write it off as just getting older. You have more control than you think. Start today. Grab a pomegranate, drink the juice, eat the seeds, take that 5-minute breath, check your PSA, and track your symptoms over the next month. You might just be surprised at what happens when nature meets consistency. And if this helped you, even just opened your eyes, don't keep it to yourself. Share this with a brother, a father, a friend, someone you know who keeps saying, I've been waking up too much at night, but hasn't done anything about it yet. Be the reason someone gets their health back on track. Because sometimes one fruit really can change everything.